In the last video, our electrics finally arrived, so in this one what we're going to do is we're going to try and get it all mounted on the wall. I am not a qualified electrician, please do not follow me for advice. I have no idea what I'm doing, and that is going to be evident in this video. So first things first is we're going to try and get the inverter on the wall. So as I said in my last video, this is 33 kilos, it is pretty heavy, and we want to make sure that it's going to be secure on the wall. So what I'm doing here is I've attached the mounting bracket to a batten that is bolted into the steel of the boat. It's not just screwed directly into the ply because I do not think 5mm ply will be able to hold this up. Next we have our solar charge controller. I'm going to mount this nice and high because all of these solar cables are going to run through the ceiling of the boat, and this just means they have a little bit of a shorter distance. The next thing we've got is our DC to DC charger, which is going to use the power generated by the alternator of our engine to help charge our batteries. Take the bottom of the inverter off so that we can access the bottom two screws that will help fix it into place. These are just screwed into the ply, but these are just to sort of stop it from coming off of the mount. We then attach the links distributor to the wall, which will be the main sort of distribution centre of all of our electric system. After that we stop and we go to Wix and grab some more stuff from there which we needed, and I spend the evening varnishing all of these bits of plywood just so we can get a coat on. Next thing to do is to start cutting down the electrical cables. So I unfortunately don't have an easy way of cutting 95mm cable, so I'm kind of butchering it and using a hacksaw, but them so they're the same length as the negative cable that I've already cut. And then we are going to put the lugs on the end. So with the lugs we want to trim a small bit of the insulation back off the end of the cable, and then we are going to peel that off and get our crimping tool ready. So the crimping tool I've got only goes up to, I think it's 75mm cable, and this is obviously 95mm cable, but to be honest I tend to use a size down whenever I crimp cables anyway, just because it gives it a bit of a tighter finish and it's less likely to fall off. So luckily we can just about squeeze these in and it's not too much of an issue. And once they're trimmed we are going to get some heat shrink, cut that to about the same size and put that on both ends, and then we are going to use the stove because it's the easiest thing I've got just to melt that heat shrink and get it nicely fit on the cable.
Hello. I've made all the battery cables, and I was just about to start hooking all the batteries up, so I thought, oh, I'll open the fancy battery management system app, and fancy is not the word for it. It's been described as clunky as the comments, and I wouldn't disagree. But it should do the basic things that I need it to. However, the batteries are obviously all the same make, so they just appear in a list and they have a random number underneath it, which I thought, oh, that'll be the serial number of the batteries written on the side of the batteries. It is not. So my current system to be able to differentiate the batteries so I can rename them and label them, I will show you how that works. So we first of all we get our battery. And then we name it in the app. And then we do that twice more for all 6 batteries. Well, once more, because the last battery I should know which one that is. So, yeah, and then we'll wire them all together.
Good morning. It is Friday morning and the second of my sort of 4 or 5 stint day off to try and crack through as much of the boat as possible. Yesterday kind of got a little bit away from me. It was lots of different jobs all happening at once, trying to get ready because this afternoon my mum and dad are coming down for 2 days, and they're going to really help us crack through loads of work and get a good boost of progress on. I think we're going to try and finish this wall. In aid of that, what I've done is I went to Wickes last night and I bought 4 more bits of ply, so that's with the one bit we already have, that should finish this wall off. So I've had to varnish them. I was here till 11 o'clock last night. Amy was outside painting the roof, and I was down here painting all the varnish on the bits of wood just to get them ready so I can get a second coat on this morning, and then hopefully they'll be dry enough to start putting stuff on this afternoon. Also started with the electric, so my battery cable arrived and I started putting that together. Chuffed with what we did yesterday. I've also we ordered a lot of stuff yesterday, so we found our fridge and freezer online. We've ordered them. The hot water tank I've literally just ordered this morning. Just like loads more electric stuff. So I'm hoping to have a little bit of electrics running this morning, but I'll crack on with a little bit more varnishing. Amy's having a little bit of a lie-in, and she's about 10 days straight at work, so she's having a nice bit of a relaxed morning. So we're going to crack on with this varnishing.
Is Eva helping? Hello. Oh yeah, this looks so good. Come over. Is it fair?
Not even heavy.
Right, hold on, let's get it. What have you done, Beautiful? You built a thing. What's your thing?
It's the hat for the box that goes around the water tank.
Oh yeah? Is it strong? Oh my god.
It weighs a ton of bar.
Don't think that's going anywhere.
Yep, not going anywhere.
so back on the boat today, and it has been quite a while since I've been here. I think it's been a week, maybe more. We've been in Spain for my friend's wedding, which was absolutely beautiful. We had an amazing time, absolutely loved it. It was a really nice break. So come back, and my first challenge was to continue on with the batteries and getting them wired in, because it's been quite a bit of a pain. Yeah, just trying to sort of maximise the use of space, but make sure the wires are neatly organised. I think I've arrived at what's going to be the final sort of orientation of the batteries. We've got this big cross in the middle. I'm going to check if that's okay. I think it is. So we've got 6 batteries. All the positives are wired up and all the negatives are wired up. And my main issue was when I had the batteries over here, trying to get the corners to work really tightly was awful when they were in the other orientation. I think this is going to work. From here, we're going to pull the negative from here, so you always pull the negative from one end of the system. So this battery is one end of the system, this battery is the other end. It's just started raining. I think I have all the 95mm squared cables done, which I didn't film a lot of because it was an absolute pain to do. We've got the battery setup. All of them are linked in parallel with each other, so all of the positives are joined together and all the negatives are joined together. The battery is going to draw from the negative is going to draw from this end, and the positive is going to draw from this end and go through a fuse. It then goes up there to this isolator, and then the positive and the negative are going to go here, and then there'll be a negative cable from here that goes up and connects to the end of the buzz bars here. Then we've got 4 cables that come out of the inverter, so 2 positive, 2 negative, that come up and then connect into the links distributor, and then they'll be fused across to the positive buzz bar. I am at this point wondering whether I'm going to get the plumbing through the engine, through that hole where I originally wanted it, or if I'm going to have to adjust that.